Major General, I think, your job was a risk, basically, going into space. But tell us about some other, closer to Earth risks.
I'm glad you put it that way, because I was going to say, one of the reasons I love my job is because we take risks. And I tell my employees all the time, we're in the risk business, so if you don't want to take risks, then you're in the wrong place. But they have to be measured in smart risks. But I think life is the same way. Mr. Little talked about being afraid. That's really important. I would say to the young men here, if you don't feel afraid when you're going into some situations once you get out of Morehouse College, stop, take a time out, go back and say, wait a minute, am I really in the right place, doing the right thing, or am I prepared? If you don't feel afraid, then there's probably something wrong. You don't realize what the situation is. I wake up every morning anxious to go to work, and I can look at my calendar and I say, this is going to be a horrible day. I have yet to come home from work when I didn't say, you know what, may have only been 50-50, but we made the world better today. And I want to share something with you really quickly, because I think this talks about risk. And everybody loves Dr. King and idolizes Dr. King, but a hero of mine that I've never met was Dr. Benjamin Mays, who was Dr. King's mentor and inspiration. And I hear Dr. Mays, or I heard Dr. Mays every time Dr. King spoke, but I have a book that was given to me that's called What Man Lives By. It's a collection of sermons by Dr. Mays. And in one of them, he says this, and I quote, man must believe that however hard the road, however difficult today, tomorrow things will be better. Tomorrow may not be better, but we must believe that it will be. Wars may never cease, but we must continue to strive to eliminate them. We may not abolish poverty, but we must believe that we can provide bread enough to spare for every living creature, and that we can find the means to distribute it. We may not exterminate racism, but we must believe that different racial groups can live together in grace, and we must never cease to try to build a society in which the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of man becomes reality. I think that's what all of us have been trying to tell you. You've got to be passionate, you've got to have faith, you've got to believe in yourselves, but you've got to have a little bit of fear there that I'm not going to make it today, and take advantage of every opportunity you have, so that at the end of the day you look back and say, I really did make a difference.